What's going on, guys? It's your boy Adjen back again for another Outerplane video. And for today, it's the usual should you summon video, because tomorrow after the maintenance, we will be getting a new banner that features 3-star Iota. So, should you summon for Iota? Let us see her skill set first before we decide on whether she's worth summoning for. So, let us go to the page onstove.com Outerplane. So we have here new hero Iota drop rate up. So Iota is an dark element character, another mage. Why? Why another mage? Subclass Enchanter. She will be available from February 13 after the maintenance until February 27 before the maintenance. So her skill 1 code Kepri. At skill enhanced level 5, reduces health of the caster by 10%, then attacks the enemy. Has a 100% chance to reduce priority of the target by 20%, increases damage dealt by this attack proportional to the caster's missing health. The caster cannot be defeated by health reduced from using this skill. So, she has some HP scaling, but this one pertains to the amount of HP loss, not the total amount of health. But I'm not sure how they will calculate this one. The more HP, the better, or it's just your traditional DPS character that still scales well if you build her as a full DPS like the traditional one, the attack, critical rate, critical damage. So yeah, this one seems interesting. The one can reduce priority, but this is a debuff, so be mindful on that one. Other characters can counter this one, like the Revenge from Distella or Agile Response. Her second skill, code Medjed. At skill enhanced level 5, reduces health of the caster by 10%, then attacks all enemies. Reduces priority of the target by 20%. Increases damage dealt by this attack proportional to the caster's missing health. So the caster cannot be defeated by, where is it? The caster cannot be defeated by the missing health of this one. This one is an AoE attack and also reduces the priority of the target by 20%. Reducing the target's priority by 20% is already pretty huge. But since she is a mage, she's not going to be an opener, but this one might be really good if her damage is really good. This one has the burst skill, the skill 2. So burst skill level 1 increases damage, burst skill level 2 increases speed for 1 turn, and then burst skill level 3 at 5-star increases immortality duration by 1 turn. So she has an immortality buff. We will talk about that one later on. Her skill 3, code Anubis. This one has a 5 rounds cooldown. At max skill enhanced level 5, attacks all enemies and grants immortality to the caster for 1 turn. Additionally, has a 100% chance to inflict stun on the enemy for 1 turn or for 2 turns when the enemy is granted invulnerability. Increases damage dealt by this attack proportional to the caster's missing health. So she can debuff the enemy, an AoE debuff with stun, but this one can be countered by Revenge again, Revenge, and also a character that has an immunity set, Agile Response, like Tio, Layla can counter this one. But this one gives her some invulnerability, and something like that caught my attention is that this one grants a 2 turns immortality buff to herself. 2 turns stun when the enemy is granted invulnerability. So meaning this one is a direct counter to Leo. I don't know why they release a counter to Leo. It's really easy to deal with Leo nowadays, especially with the amount of really good DPS that we have right now, like Regina, D. Aste, even D. Drakan can still deal a massive damage against Leo teams. But I'll take it. This is a good design to counter Leo because there's not really a direct counter to Leo. This is a pretty much direct counter to Leo because only Leo has the ability to grab the team with some invulnerability buff. And it's not because you're invulnerable does not mean that you cannot get CC'd. So this one is a really good direct counter to that one. So those players that are relying on Leo's invulnerability buff, this is the direct counter to that one. So that you cannot use Leo defense anymore. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Chain and unique passive. Chain finish effect. After attacking, this fixed damage equal to 8% of the target's max health. So HP cut. Pretty much very, very good for PvE. Only 2 characters has this one, Laplace and Distella. Now, we have Iota, so she's going to be really good in guild raids because of this one. This one is really, really good. Dual attack effect, never mind. It's not really a good thing to consider pulling for her just because of her dual attack. Her transcendence is meh. Team effectiveness, like what? Team effectiveness. Her exclusive equipment, Hall of the Golden King. So effectiveness to light enemies plus 30, and then the unique effect is really, really good. Grants immortality for 1 turn at the start of the battle. So she gains some immortality buff if you have her exclusive equipment right from the get-go. So she cannot die on turn 1 unless you can strip the immortality buff. Alice, Eliza can strip this one as long as the enemy also does not have a preemptive shield from Distella. They can easily they can easily strip this one if the enemy is only using something like how many. I think Alice can only strip 1 debuff, right? I mean strip 1 buff, right? So if you have immunity and then the immortality buff, I don't know which one will get prioritized to be removed. Either immunity, the immunity buff, or the immortality buff, because Alice can only only remove 1 buff. She can only remove 1 buff, so I'm not sure which one will be the priority to get removed. Either the immunity buff or the immortality buff, or even the preemptive shield buff from Distella. So it's kind of tricky. We need to test this one in actual combat to see whether you can easily strip this one. But Eliza can easily strip this one because Eliza can strip 2 buffs from the target. Where is Eliza? This one. No, not this one. This one. So when using this skill, removes 2 buffs from all enemies, then attacks them. So yeah, this one, Eliza is a really direct counter to Iota. Because you really don't want Iota, in my theory crafting, when I read the Iota skill set, you really don't want her to take more turns because of her annoying immortality buff to herself. And also, her skill 2 and her skill 3 are AoE attack. If these skill attacks, the damage multiplier of them are really, really high, then she's going to be a really good cleaver. A turn 2 cleaver, because since she is a mage, she does not have that high base speed, right? But she can get pushed by Charlotte. But I'd rather use Regina or Diaste instead of her if I'm gonna be using Charlotte on my team. This one, she might be really, really good for something like an arena defense character, because you can gear her with immunity gear with some damage gear also. 2-piece immunity set, and then 2-piece another damaging gear like attack set, critical set, or even the sweep set to get her to take more turns. But yeah, this one seems really interesting, and also her design is top tier. Yeah, design alone is already a mass summon for me. But regardless of her kit, I'm still gonna be summoning for her since I am a content creator. I do content for the game and I really want to test her out. Her kit is interesting, but is she a mass summon? I don't think she is a mass summon. Aside from the Iota banner, we will be getting a Notia banner. And I think between the two, you should be trying to summon for Notia more compared to Iota. Because Notia is without a doubt fully tested, one of the most top tier characters in the game. Notia is top tier, already been tested in RTA, in regular arena, and even in PBE. So yeah, if you don't have Notia, consider summoning for Notia first before you go ahead and summon for Iota. But looking at the design, I think Iota wins by a large margin compared to Notia. No offense meant to Notia fans, but Iota's design is just too lewd to ignore. So yeah, that is one of the main reason why I'm going to be summoning for Iota. Her design alone is top tier. Chef's kiss. Yeah, so yeah, that is going to be me tomorrow. I'm going to be summoning for Iota tomorrow. So to everyone, we're going to be summoning for Iota tomorrow. I wish you good luck. And may all Iota wanters becomes Iota havers. And I think that's it for me for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it if you can help me grow my channel more. And thank you to everyone who are supporting my channel. I appreciate every one of you. Until next time, peace.